Alright guys, it's Nick here, doing another quick DVD, Blu-ray, VHS, VCD update. This is stuff I picked up over the last week or so in charity shops and whatnot. Yeah, a little bit here, not too much, but a little bit. Like I said, I want to get back into doing these videos as often as I can. Going to start doing some reviews soon, I promise, and I'm going to do some on-set videos from some of my films because there's a lot coming up with that. Anyway, let's get this going straight away. First up, in a charity shop, I managed to score the Species film collection. So it's a 4-disc box set of Species. I didn't know there was a 4th Species movie. I knew there was 3. I had no idea there was a 4th one. I mean, I must have seen it, but my brain just never acknowledged it. So I must have seen it about, never actually watched it. So I watched it last night, and yeah, it's pretty shit. There's a guy in it that's like a low-budget Gary Oldman with a really shit London Australian accent. Yeah, shit stuff, but yeah, I quite like Species films. They are just like sex and a bit of gore and some weird alien effects, but they're fun. But yeah, Species 4 weren't that great, but there you go. Next up, this was a little charity shop find. It's only 50p. I wasn't actually gonna, pick this up, but I thought for 50p, it's a nice little oddity to go to the collection. I've already got it on DVD, but out of this franchise, this is the one film I actually enjoy the most because I like the car crash scene in it and stuff, and that's a VCD version of Final Destination 2. I just thought it was pretty neat. Probably from, it looks like it's all in English, but they're normally like produced in China or somewhere, aren't they? But yeah, like little gatefold and stuff, and then you get like 2 discs in there, nice little digipack. Yeah, like Final Destination 2 on VCD, weird little pickup. This is one, I say it's 50p in a charity shop. I've had it before. I've had it on VHS, I've had it on DVD. I like this film. It was a mid-90s horror creature flick, big budget stuff. The Relic, yeah, Tom Sizemore, cool little movie. Monster terrorises a museum. Yeah, it was 50p, so grabbed it. This one, I was watching Moods' collection overview, and he was going through them, and he mentioned this film, and he said that it was quite good, and I knew that I'd seen it on a shelf in a local charity shop, so I figured, well, if he says it's good, I'll give it a punt. And I've got to say, yeah, thanks for the kind of recommendation there, mate. Yeah, this exists, and it's a found footage Bigfoot movie directed by the bloke that did Blair Witch Project. Really good stuff. It's one of the best found footage films I've seen in a long time. I might even put this like up there alongside the Blair Witch remake. I really did enjoy this film. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I want to watch the special features on it. There's a behind the scenes documentary and stuff. I really enjoyed that. I got a new telly the other day, so it's one of the first flicks I watched on that. These ones I got from FOP. I went to Manchester twice last week to see. I went one day to see Devon Townsend. It was fucking awesome, like he always is. And then 2 days later, I went back to go to the theatre, and I watched a play called City of Glass. Paul Auster's City of Glass. Pretty fucked up, noir, bit lynchy, but just a bit fucking mental. Really, it was a really good show. But while I was there, I went into FOP as I always do. Yeah, I didn't really have a lot of money to spend, so I only picked up a couple of like three quidders, 4 quidders. But I always, every time I go to Manchester, it's kind of like a tradition now. I can't talk today. Kind of like a tradition for me to go and pick up a Arrow Blu-ray, normally an Argento one. I think every time I've been in the last sort of 6 months, I've always come back with a Argento Arrow. So yeah, this time I got Deep Red. It's one of my favourite Argentos. I think Phenomena is my favourite though. I rewatched Phenomena the other night and kick ass. This one isn't a horror movie, but I got it in FOP and it is a Blu-ray, so I'm going to include it anyway, and that's The Doors 20th Anniversary Edition. It's only £3. Yeah, I like The Doors. I've not seen this film since VHS days, believe it or not. I never got round to picking it up on DVD, or if I ever did, I never got round to rewatching it. So yeah, got some good features and stuff on there, so I'll give that one a go. In FOP, they do this thing, and HMV, as a lot of you might know, when you go in there, if you buy one product, you can pick up another product of a select line for like £2 or £3. So because I bought those, I could get this for £2. And it's one of my favourite films from 2015, and that's what they do in the shadows. Absolutely fucking hilarious flick. with Jermaine Clement and that from Flight of the Conchords, Murray and all that. Yeah, like New Zealand film, but it's like a found footage, well not found footage, a documentary about vampires, all different eras of vampires living in a house in New Zealand. Really funny stuff. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. If you've not seen this film, check it out, it's hilarious. A lot of you might know that I am a horror guy, but I'm also big into my cartoons and stuff, and I like a lot of creepy, kooky cartoons and silly stuff. And this is a kids' film that was based on a cartoon, and this is the cartoon spin-off of a kids' movie that's based on a cartoon series. So this is Casper, basically. This is the series that's based as the characters are within the movie, and I like the ghosts in the movie. I'm a big fan of the movie. I'm 38. I'm a 38-year-old kid, but I do enjoy Casper. Like, this came out the film came out in '95, so I was about 17, 18 when it came out. But I like that whole sort of like whimsical, eerie sort of kids flicks. I like those sort of things, and I remember when this film came out, I was genuinely excited about it. I saw it in the pictures, I enjoyed it. I've got the soundtrack CD. I've got a crew t-shirt, which you may have seen me wearing in some other videos in the past. Yeah, I really enjoy Casper, and I like watching cartoons. Like middle of the night, can't sleep, stick a cartoon on. So yeah, I've picked up this. I mean, it'll be good stuff. I can't wait to watch it. Yeah, looking forward to that. This next batch all follow in one theme. They're all by one producer. This is a producer that I'm actually going to be working with, or all being said at the moment. I'm going to be working with him. Looks like it's all going through. End of April, I'm due to be shooting a film for this gentleman, who I've become really good friends with. For those of you who might know him, the director's Dave Sterling, Sterling Entertainment. He's done a lot of over 150 flicks over the last sort of 10, 20 years. No, 20 years, yeah. Well over 20 years now, actually. I'll say 25 years I'd say he's been going for. Yeah, he's a really nice guy. He's quite well known on the amongst the YouTube scene and stuff, and a lot of you guys on Facebook might have known him. Yeah, really cool guy. Anyway, I've been getting really chummy with him because we're working on this project together, and I was just talking to him the other day about what movies of his are out on DVD over here, because there's a fair few. I mean, the films he's most known for, at least in the UK, because these films were like bombarded in Poundland for years. Whenever you went into a Poundland for years, you'd always find these films in there. They were that common, so they must have shifted a hell of a lot of units over here, just within Poundland, really. And they were Camp Blood. So it's Camp Blood 1 and Camp Blood 2. They're on about like 6 of them now. Real cheesy shot on video slashers. They're not the best, they're fun for what they are. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you have seen those. So yeah, he produced them, so I picked up those. I also managed to score a few more. He had a lot of his stuff released on the Hard Gore label over here, which, Hard Gore, they're a bit touch and go with their transfers, and some films are cut, some films aren't. Obviously, all these being like early 2000s lo-fi flicks. Not most of them, I believe, are uncut, or just genuine. I mean, I suppose some of them might have been cut still, but we've got Zombie Chronicles, cheap ass zombie flick. We've got this one. This is the one I probably see around the most. I mean, I think every single junk shop I go into always has a copy of this. Again, these Hard Gore were all available in Poundland for a fair amount of time. So that's where a lot of them come from. I think they even come with like little Poundland cards inside them. So yeah, this one was Maniacal. I always see this one about when I'm off out hunting. I mean, these are these are so easy for me to find, like CEX and just like charity shops and stuff. I mean, this was just in like 3 or 4 days of me saying I'm going to try and collect all of David's films that are available in the UK, just because I can. I'm going to get some of the US ones as well, because he's done some good stuff. I like some of his stuff. I watched one of his flicks the other night, The Occultist. That's a good flick. Some good gore in that. He's a really nice guy. I really enjoy talking to him, and I'm looking forward to working with him. Anyway, I'm diversing. I can't talk today. You know what I This next one, another one that he's produced, another one on the Hardcore label. This one's actually directed by Joe Castro, the guy that walked out of Face Off and then made that documentary exposing Face Off, that Frankenfake. And he also made like these not Evil Toons, Terror Toon movies. He does some pretty cool effects. He's you know, seems like a pretty wacky guy, but he's done some pretty cool effects and stuff. I thought Frankenfake was interesting, and I think it did expose what we all kind of expected from shows like that. But I think at the same time it did kind of repeat itself a little bit and went on a bit too much. But it was good, you know. And he's seems like an alright guy. He posting the independent genre filmmakers group I've got on Facebook and that. Anyway, this film's called Butchered, also known as The Hazing. Say lo-fi, early 2000s, 2003 this one, slasher flick. Yeah, I've read some mixed reviews on it. Well, I'm interested in checking it out, so I just want to check all these films out. Another one, I mean, obviously I know that David worked for Brain Damage, and obviously we had a small line of Brain Damage flicks come out over here. And this one was Blood Legend. This was like, I found this one on CEX. It turned up today. It only cost me 50p. I like some of these Brain Damage flicks. There's a few of them I really enjoy. There's a few other ones I've seen that I've not been too keen on. But yeah, that one's quite good by the look of it. This one, I believe it's one of his bigger films. Because I know he's done, like, I'm pretty sure the sequel to this got picked up by Lionsgate, or it might be this one that got picked up by Lionsgate. I'm not too sure. It's called The Unbelievable, and this one's got Richard Hatch in it and Tim Thomerson. Like a Predator type deal from what I can make out. Yeah, interesting to watch that. And also I got the one he did for Full Moon, and that's Demonicus. I always laugh whenever I see this cover art anywhere. I just think this cover art is so fucking shit. I love it, but it just looks shit. That's why I want to watch it. And that's why I like it. But yeah, like the cover art for that is just ridiculous. But yeah, Demonicus. So yeah, that's my Dave Sterling films. I'm going to pick up some more of them soon. Like I said, he's a really good guy. Follow him on Facebook if you can, because every night he does a Facebook live chat show, and it's really good stuff. He wants me to be on there as a guest at some point, but the trouble is, he broadcasts them live, you know, like 10 o'clock US time, and it's midweek, and so it's normally like about sort of 5-6 a.m. our time that he's doing them live. So you know, it's quite awkward for me to get on there live. However, it is about sometimes they come on air about 6 a.m. and I normally get up for work about then, and I've got some time to play with, so I might be able to get on there one day. He's asked me and I'd like to do it, so hopefully at some point I'll get on there and have a chat with him on there. But yeah, check Dave Sterling out if you're not familiar with him. He's a good guy. He's appeared in loads of like Cool Dudes videos and stuff like that as well. But yeah, he's a good guy, and yeah, so made some good films. I'm going to try and collect his stuff. Right, then this next lot, I got this lot for £5 on eBay, and did alright. For £5 I got basically 4 Blu-rays and 3 DVDs for £5. Now these are all DVDs and Blu-rays that have been sent out with the Horror Block. Now I used to subscribe to Horror Block. I stopped after a while because it wasn't that good anymore, and it was costing quite a bit of money really when you think about it, like 20 quid a month. But yeah, so a couple of these titles I did already have from back when I used to subscribe to Horror Block, but there's other ones in here that I didn't have. That's why I bought the lot. So the first two, I already had these, got these up on the shelves. If someone wants these, I'll happily do a trade with you for them. No matter where you are in the world, just like, yeah, hit me up, we'll do a trade. And that's Argento's Dracula and Choose Your Kill, which is a Crypt TV web series, I believe. Now, I've already got them from when I was getting Horror Block, so I don't need them. And they're all both sealed. And then the rest of them are all pretty good actually. I got the Horror Block Short Film Festival. Now I actually made a short for this. For this competition, not for this DVD. Sadly didn't make it onto this DVD. But yeah, me and Kurt Dirt, Kurt's one of my right hand men, or I'm one of his right hand men. One of my best mates basically. He makes movies, I make movies. We live locally. He's worked for Troma, did the score for Return to Newcombe High. We've made a bunch of films together. I'll talk about him again in the future. He owns a horror attraction, blah blah blah. Anyway, yeah, me and Kurt made a short for this. We did quite well. We didn't like rank really high, but we got some good feedback from it. We used our short in a anthology film that I put out called Dead Strange Jam. So if you want to see that, you can also probably look up the short online. It should still be there. It's called like fucking hell, I've forgotten the name of my own short. Blood Sugar, Splatter, Blood Sugar, a splatter punk fairy tale. Yeah, we did that for this, and yeah, and then it ended up on one of my films. So yeah, and that's the Horror Block Film Festival. Then these are the Blu-rays that I got. These are all Region A. So this is why someone's obviously got them all with Horror Block. They can't play Region A or Region 1 DVDs and Blu-rays, so they just sold them all on. So yeah, we've got Rise of the Zombies as a asylum flick starring Danny Trejo. This was available in Poundland over here. I thought I'd picked it up, but I can't see it on my shelves, so never picked it up. So yeah, I've got that now. Puppet Master, I love Puppet Master, so does my missus. Yeah, it's good to have that on Blu-ray. And then we got a triple feature of Forget Me Not, House of the Fallen and Red Hook. Bunch of indie flicks, I believe, on a triple bill Blu-ray. Yeah, might be worth checking out one day. And then my favourite of the bunch, really, actually, is Deathgasm. I absolutely fucking love this film. And yeah, to have it on Blu-ray, I'm really impressed. Also, I like this edition. I don't know if the normal editions is like this. I don't know if it's like a promo for them. I don't know if it's like a BDR or anything inside. But basically, it's like nothing written on the back and nothing on the spine. It's just literally a Deathgasm on the front, and the back's just all bloodstained and stuff. It looks really cool. So I don't know whether like the regular edition comes like this, or if this is like a promo or a BDR or what. But obviously, it was given away with Horror Block at some point, I believe. So yeah, Deathgasm. So that is pretty much everything. The only other thing I got was my friend Stu, who I directed a film with a few years ago. He's from Devon, where I'm from, and then we both got new partners and moved to different parts of the country at the same time. But every few months, or a couple of times a year, Stu just sends me up a care package of stuff he's found and he's been out and about. And he sent me things like laser discs and CDs and DVDs and stuff. You know, he always does it, and it's just proof that he's a really good friend. You know, I've got a package to send to him because I've been a bit slack, really, and you know, I haven't sent him anything in ages, so I feel like I should send him something. So I'm going to send him a big parcel this week. But yeah, anyway, he sent me a copy of Shack Steel on VHS. Yeah, I mean, okay, it's not horror, but it's crap sci-fi, it's crap superhero stuff. Everyone knows I like crap movies. I like this film. It's got Judd Nelson in it. It's completely fucking ridiculous. It's just a really, really, really fun film. I watched it about a month ago on DVD when I was off work sick back in the beginning of February. Like a day off sick from work, and I came home and I felt like shit, and I just collapsed on the bed and I just started like going through my movies, and I just found this. I thought, I'm gonna watch Steel. And yeah, it's fun. It's bad, but you laugh at it. It's fun, and to have it on VHS is like really cool. X rental as well, so well happy with that. Stu knows I like my X rentals. Back when we lived in the same town, he used to come around my house and like he'd always bring around VHS or admire my VHS love. So yeah, thanks Stu. I'm pretty sure you still watch my videos. So that is my new update. I'll do another video soon because this one's gone on for 18 minutes, so that's quite a long time. But yeah, I will do some more videos, some more like reviews and top fives and all that crap. I have been shooting when I've been out hunting in charity shops and stuff, but the videos, they're not that good. They're just me walking around charity shops with old ladies talking in the background, and there's really, every day I filmed out in the shops, there was no real good finds to show off. And then when I did find stuff, it was on days when I wasn't filming. So yeah, I probably won't use that footage. But I will do some, I am going to try and do some out and about videos. I'm going to try and do some better quality videos in here as well with my film equipment and that. Because at the moment it's just so convenient for me just to plug my phone into my little tripod adapter thing and just stick it in front of my phone. But when you've got like film cameras and shit lurking around and lights, why don't I just like put some more effort in my YouTube videos? But I enjoy doing them like this, anyway guys, I'll speak to you all soon, and yeah, bye.